Episode 4, Warfare and Warnings. By the year 1818, the region of southeastern Africa was not just experiencing conflict. It was undergoing a fundamental transformation. The death of Dingiswayo had not extinguished the Mtetwa Confederation as Zwide might have hoped. Instead, it had unleashed its most potent weapon. Shaka, kaSenzangakhona, the intensely ambitious Zulu general forged under Dingiswayo's mentorship, rose rapidly to fill the vacuum. Now, in his early 30s, Shaka swiftly assumed control of the Mtetwa coalition and began a radical process, consolidating the disparate Nguni-speaking clans and conquered groups into a single, unified, and fiercely disciplined military force. The Zulu Kingdom, as history would remember it, had just been born, not through slow diplomacy or inherited rights, but through sheer force of will, innovative structure, and the brutal efficiency of steel. And in the heart of this newly forged power stood Mzilikazi, still grieving the murders of his father, Machobana, and his cousin Ndwandwe. He now served under the command of the man who was fast becoming the most feared leader in the land. The Khumalo prince, seasoned by his upbringing near Zwideh's court and his own experiences, adapted quickly to the rigorous new Zulu military system, earning his place as a trusted lieutenant. Shaka was more than just a formidable warrior. He was a military revolutionary. Under his leadership, the Zulu army underwent a radical transformation that changed the face of warfare in the region. Traditional long-throwing spears, effective for skirmishing, were largely replaced by the short, heavy stabbing spear, the iklwa. Designed for brutal close combat, it demanded courage and brought battles to a swift, deadly conclusion. The large cowhide shield was reimagined, used not merely for passive defense, but as an active tool to hook and unbalance enemies, leaving them vulnerable. Shaka developed the iconic buffalo horn formation, a brilliant tactical innovation. Regiments were divided into 3 parts: the central chest to engage the enemy head-on, the flanking horns to rapidly encircle and trap them, and the loins, a powerful reserve held back to exploit weaknesses or reinforce the attack. Mzilikazi, voice sharp, instructive. You fight like a man in 2 minds. Your spear hesitates. Young warrior, because I fear the man in front of me, commander. Mzilikazi, stepping closer, intense. Then fear the man behind you more, for he carries your shame if you fall. Fight as one, or you fight alone. The stage was set for the first major confrontation. In 1818, the armies of Shaka and Zwide met near Gokli Hill. Zwideh's Ndwandwe army, by traditional counts, significantly outnumbered the Zulu force. By conventional military logic of the time, the outcome should have been inevitable. But Shaka did not fight with conventional logic. He used the terrain to his advantage, luring the Ndwandwe into attacking uphill, forcing them to exhaust themselves as they climbed the slopes of Gokli Hill. Then, executing the devastating buffalo horn formation, his flanking regiments encircled and trapped the larger Ndwandwe force. The Zulu forces emerged victorious. It was a stunning upset, the first clear sign that Shaka's radical methods and the effectiveness of his commanders like Mzilikazi were fundamentally reshaping the battlefield dynamics of the region. Shaka, voice thoughtful, studying the bloodied field. They outnumbered us significantly. Mzilikazi, voice calm, strategic, but they did not outthink us, my king. Shaka, smiling faintly acknowledging the contribution. No, nor outrun your flank, Mzilikazi. The victory at Gokli Hill was a significant blow to Zwide, but the war was far from over. In 1820, determined to crush this upstart Zulu Kingdom and reclaim his dominance, Zwide launched a massive expedition. The decisive battle took place near the Mhlatuze River. As the vast Ndwandwe army began crossing the river, Shaka's forces struck with precise timing and overwhelming force. Many Ndwandwe warriors were caught mid-crossing, trapped between the water and the relentless Zulu attack. The result was catastrophic for Zwide. This battle broke the back of the Ndwandwe army. Some say it also broke Zwide's will. What followed was the rapid fragmentation of his once mighty kingdom. With their forces shattered and their capital vulnerable or ransacked, Zwide's power base collapsed entirely. Many of Zwide's senior generals, seeing their kingdom crumble, fled northward, taking with them the remnants of their regiments and loyal followers. Kazikode fled eastward, eventually establishing the powerful Gaza Empire in present-day Mozambique. Another leader, Zwangandaba, moved north, crossing rivers and mountains before founding settlements in areas that are now part of modern-day Malawi and Tanzania. Others, like Mpazeni, would later settle into parts of Zambia. The Ndwandwe, once a monolithic force under Zwide, had become a diaspora of military exiles, their power scattered across the vast southern African interior. As for Zwide himself, the historical accounts vary. One version states he was captured and executed shortly after his defeat at the Mhlatuze. Another holds that he managed to escape with a small group and died in exile near the upper Komati River around 1825. What is historically certain is this: Zwide Kalanga was no longer a king. His empire was gone, and his legacy was now tied to its scattering. Shaka, voice satisfied, looking ahead. The elephant is fallen. Its tusks belong to us now. Commander, perhaps Madlaka. Then the land is yours, Great One. Your kingdom is unmatched. Shaka, his gaze distant, looking to the horizon. No, the land is ours, and we are not done carving it. Mzilikazi's role in these pivotal victories did not go unnoticed. He had proven himself a master of maneuver, a courageous leader, respected by his fellow warriors and feared by the enemy. As Shaka expanded his dominion and restructured the region, he placed trust in only a few to command his largest, most important regiments, and Mzilikazi was undeniably among this elite circle. But victories and the power they bring can cast long, complex shadows. And in those shadows, the seeds of tension were beginning to take root between the two powerful men. For though Mzilikazi was loyal, forged in the fires of Shaka's army, he was also proud, a chief's son in his own right. And in the volatile world of power, pride often grows faster than trust. That tension, a quiet warning beneath the surface of their shared triumphs, would surface soon. But for now, the alliance stood, forged in mutual need and victory. Two warriors, Shaka the king, the architect of a new era, and Mzilikazi the commander, a key instrument of his power, had broken the back of an old kingdom. But the story of their brotherhood was already starting to crack.